Morning. Morning. Welcome to Wednesday. Alex is already cracking on with the...
Why? And look, all the cables have started falling out already.
Sick.
No, not sick.
No.
This is fucking bad news. Remind me. Next time I go down, I've had this really good idea, right? Drop kick me in the testicles and slap me round the face.
No, you crazy Dutch bastard.
Jeez. It just, do you know what the best thing about this is? Every time you undo something,
Something else is going on.
It just gets, it just, as you go through it, it just gets worse and worse and worse. So I am currently just dismantling cables one by one at the minute, because they've gone round stuff, not just like one way, they've gone round things. I'm trying to figure out and get them all in the same place that I can then start aligning the cables and moving product and mounting it safely, so that I can then cut the cables and insert them properly one by one, that we have a proper connection. But at the minute I need to move these two that are going over the top of this box, and everything else goes through the box. And we've had one fall out, and I don't know where that came from. It was either one of these two on the end. So yeah, it's not the best. I really hate this push type of screwing, because they just encourage stuff to pull out. Like, I know it's a connection, but I don't like them, because they're just... And when you're doing it, like, if you just take a note here, look, so what I do is I push it all the way in, right, and then do it up, so that the thing actually stays in. Whereas, as you can see on most of their connections, they've just put the tips in, and then the leads fall out, which is super handy. And because this is all in Turkish, we also need to decipher somebody's bad handwriting and translate from a different kind of language to us. Never again. Stress is...
It'd be different if it was all in English.
Yeah.
It'd be different if it was all in English and we could work out it, what was what fairly easily without having to try and learn Turkish at the same time.
Yeah. Look at it. Why, guys? Why? Just... What's really annoying as well is this is not even like a little company. Like, this is a big company, and they knock out a lot of these. I haven't had a reply from them yet.
Funny that.
Yeah. I did send, I don't know whether I talked about it, but I did send them a message basically saying, we have this vehicle that you've done a conversion on it, and the customers have to come in. The customers had to come in because we have to rewire the thing because it's a bit dangerous. I need a schematic. Do you have any instructions? Do you have any manuals on the vehicle when it was first converted? They're not interested.
Oh, they open the message?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like this is like this here. See this bracket? That was holding cable in. Right? That was like a P-clip, right? Look at it. Look at it. This was a P-clip that was holding in loads of cables that they literally just scissored off a piece of 90-degree bracket angle aluminium, not deburred it. Look, still sharp as shit. Yep, sharp as shit. That was actually tying down cables to another metal object.
Ah, good. I wouldn't mind betting that was probably 240 volt main as well.
It probably was. Yeah, it probably was.
So, remind me why you said yes?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Because I want to try and help people out, and this is just... I want to see if I can do it.
Okay.
Yeah. But now I'm looking at it going... Nice. We found some new cables that go up somewhere.
Yeah, more.
Yeah.
Not sure what those ones do.
Well, that's some really expensive amp cable there, look, as you can tell by the licorishness of it. Honestly, right, if they've used that to put the aircon in, I'm going to phone him up and I'm going to kick off and be like, what are you doing?
That's a fairly good point.
Yeah, because it does go up to the roof, and it would make sense that they went up here along that gap there, because that void is quite big, and then across to the back. If they've used that to power that, they're going to get it. But I need to figure out what that is and where it goes, because at the minute that's
Well, look at the
fallen
rest
out.
of them, they're all going to come out as it is.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. I don't like these kind of connections.
Well, there you go.
Come back to you in a minute when I've had an aneurysm.
Or your second one of the day. But nonetheless, I've got a transit in. It's a long wheelbase high top transit. This one's got customer's own radio that he wants us to put in. So we've got a standard radio, standard fascia, little screen up at the top with no SD card underneath this one. That's one thing you've always got to check with these. Have they got an SD card at the bottom? Because as soon as you take this panel off, you end up breaking the SD card off in the holder, which is great. We've got to do a dash cut on this one. We've got a brake light reverse camera to go in this. We are waiting on our delivery, so I am just going to start taking things apart and making sure that everything's ready to go, so that when we do get it, it can all go back together. I'm probably going to do the dash cut in a couple of seconds and then go from there, so I will catch up with you in a moment. See you soon.
Afternoon, gentlemen. I say afternoon because we've been busy, unfortunately, all morning, and we've literally just picked up the camera. So things are moving along with the Merc. As you can see, we have the centre stripped out of it, the right hand side stripped out of it. We've put a new memory battery in. We're starting to clean up the wiring. We've got a new AGM battery to go in here, and we're basically untangling and making sense of all the cable. So me and Dan, for the majority of the morning, sounds a really funny thing, but we were actually sat here. I was making sense of these boxes. Dan was on Google, and we were doing translations from Turkish to English, and we figured out, so that's TV lift, that one's the fridge, that one's the right drawer, that one's the left drawer, that one's the right table, that one's the left table. So we've gone through quite a bit and sorted out. It doesn't look like we've done a lot, but actually we've got rid of a lot of the spider's nest, and it's starting to make sense. We've got some really stupid connections, like rather than using an RCA barrel, they've used a splitter in the hope that this would transfer to that eventually through here. But obviously then this is attached, so it's not the best way to do it, but it kind of works. More extension leads, more power sockets, more problems. We've gone through a lot of the I'd say the correct term is the calcification of the battery. So all of the acid that's come out of it and leaked onto the car, we've had to clean up, sand down, hoover up, so all the dust is gone. I made the mistake earlier of rubbing my face, and then my face was actually burning. So we've been a bit more careful on that side. We are yet to start this side, as you can see, but that's, you know, making headway. We've got a plan for where the batteries are going to go. We've got a plan for our charger. We've got a plan for the regular battery, the memory battery, and obviously leisure here, leisure there. And then everything set out in a fusible location that would make sense. We've got some corrections to make and things like that. And funnily enough, we've been talking to more people. Another camper guy who was also contacted about this, who basically went, not a chance, mate, I'm not touching that. So I kind of feel good that we've done it, but I kind of feel bad as well that it's become a headache, but the guy did say he needed help, so we are helping. Dan is currently, excuse me, I think I just swallowed a fly. Dan is currently partway through a transit install, waiting on our, can you stop coughing? I'm trying to film, quiet on the set. He's dying. So we've got a big transit high top that we were waiting on the kit from this morning, and it's just shown up at 3 o'clock, which is always useful.
Oh, it's perfect. It's exactly
so he's
what I
got
want.
customer Sony, he's figuring out getting in the dash. Might need to go quite low because of that top pocket. As long as it doesn't interfere with the, you know, the screen and stuff, we'll be okay, all right? I've started putting in the rear camera for him, which sits up there. Obviously this is the reverse camera type. I'm going to have a word with him in a minute because he spent loads of time undoing all the paneling here. We've got a cable channel there, could have just used that one down. So we've got the camera going through, nearly there. And my second job of the day is just a Porsche has just turned up. So we have a Cayman S, He tried fitting his own stuff, it didn't work properly, so we're now going to do it. We've got a head unit to put in it, we've got him a fascia, no, he's got his fascia, we've got the right lead, because it's a bow system, we need to keep it all active, all the fibre optic. So I'm going to now jump on with this and install his stuff, and I'll come back to you in a minute. So you're going to get some odds and sods today, but rest assured we are busy boys. See you in a bit.
A few inches later.
Right, Dan is cracking on with the Sony. Not there yet. I've done the Porsche. He's all finished. So we got a full Bose adapter working in his fascia kit, his radio. Unfortunately, he's managed to scratch his own radio and trying to fit it himself. But there we go. This one's done. Pioneer fascia kit, full Bose system, all active in this Porsche. Job done. See you in a bit. Evening everyone, let me just nip over here and shut this computer up because it's doing its own little thing. Shh. Bye bye. Right, so we've had a crazy day. Porsche's done, gone. Van, just gone. We had a bit of an issue with the steering control harness not working, but could be customer's radio, we don't know, but we tried 2 leads and they are not working. Unfortunately, due to our deliveries, we were not able to get any more poking around with this. But tomorrow we shall start again down the little crackhead. But what are we at? Wednesday today?
Yeah, buddy.
Wednesday today. We've had a big stock order of Kicker stuff and Kenwood stuff and all sorts of other stuffs. Ready for some jobs this week. We've got lots of dash cameras, got lots of speakers, some amps. Oh, it's all going well. It's all going well. But we are about to pack up and go home for today. So we'll see you bright and early in the morning. Toodle pip everyone. Bye.